Welcome back to the channel, guys. Smeed for Speed. Thanks for tuning in. Got another one here for you today. We are going to do some stuff to the FA5. It needs some TLC, I must say. Been driving her a lot. Been having to drive into work. The remote stuff is kind of paused, but it's half and half now. So I've been driving her a lot. She needs a lot of work. Just a full-on tune-up is what we're going to do. Plus, we're going to put on the Skunk 2 header. Okay, and then we're going to get that put on, reflash the ECU again, do all that good stuff. So we're just going to get right into it, guys. We got a lot of work to do today. I took the day off from work because I worked like 3 straight over the weekend. So yeah, we're just going to get right into it, and I'll explain exactly what we're doing. Let's roll. All right, guys, we got a lot to do today on the FA5. She just needs a lot of care and love. She's I've been driving her a lot recently, but we got some cool stuff to put on too. So what we got is, we're down here at my other property here. So here's the Skunk 2 header. We're gonna throw that on. We're gonna be doing an oil change and some other things, but I'll lay that out first. It's gonna be super hot today, so we're gonna set up a canopy and get us in some shade, jack the car up on all 4 because we're gonna rotate the tires as well, do all kinds of stuff, get that all set up, and then we're gonna get right into it. My engine bay is absolutely filthy, and that's another thing I can't stand and I don't like to have. We're going to be cleaning that as well once we're done doing all the other stuff. So got a lot of work to do, so let's get to it. All right, guys, so we got everything laid out, ready to go. So as you can see, the engine bay is not looking too pretty right now. This should be red. Gonna clean that. Gonna go down and clean our main air filter. Just dirt everywhere. So we're gonna get that all clean, but after we do the work, of course. So we're going to be changing the header. We're going to at least start on that. Let's try to get things unbolted, see how it goes. Header's never been off this engine, so it could give us some problems, I'm thinking. So we're going to check that, maybe grease up all the bolts, let them sit for a little bit, get working on the spark plugs. So here's what we got. So basically, you saw the header. It's back in the back. So I got a new exhaust manifold, OEM Honda. Got it from K-Tuned. And then I want to change this pulley out, which is the top one. It's just the idler pulley, but whoever replaced it a while back got the crappy AutoZone plastic one, and she just makes a little bit of noise, just a little like crackly noise when I drive. So we got the OEM metal one with the nice bitchin' bearing. We got our laser iridium spark plugs that we're going to install, and then we got oil and filter we're going to do as well. So we got a lot of work to do. So you got header, pulley, spark plugs, oil change, breather filter clean, main air filter clean, engine bay detail, and install the header. So we have a lot of work. Don't even know if I'm going to get it all done today, but we're going to try our best and see what happens. So we'll get on it and we'll get time lapsing and show you guys what's going on, and I'll get in detail a little bit on how to change the header out. I've done it quite a few times on my last SI that I had. Never had the alpha header, so I heard it's a little bit tighter getting it in, but still works. So so basically got all this stuff off the car. I pulled the wiper blades off because I want to see if I can tighten up my suspension a little more. All this shit comes off. Then you can finally get here, and you can get in the back to actually reach the exhaust because it's blocked by all of that stuff. So as you see, we got the heat shield that we're going to take off first. Then we'll grease up the bolts, and we'll be able to slide it down once we disconnect it from the exhaust. So but that leaves all this open so we can get into it, because you can't even do it without taking off the top piece. So that's what we're gonna get into now. All right, guys, I didn't really time lapse me taking off the stock exhaust manifold. But let me tell you what, they don't give you any fucking room in this car, excuse my language, to work on that. And I know that from previous, just forgot how bad it was. And this car's got a lot of miles, so it's freaking dirty down there. I'm not joking you, I just washed my face. I had my whole entire side of my face was black. Couldn't even see my skin. So yeah, this is not ideal if you're laying on the ground, but you just got to get it done. You know, if you want to have fun and do cool stuff, and just got to deal with it. But let me tell you what, it is a pain in the ass, but it's gonna be sweet. So here we go. So I got the I got the cat off, and to do this, you have to take, you got both O2 sensors, got to undo those, undo the bolts that hold it to the header portion, the manifold portion, undo the bolts that hold it to the exhaust. This little shield guard goes over your axle. That needs to come off. It's got 3 bolts right here, okay? 3 bolts. Then you've got these 2 bolts right there that hold this, that hold the, no, sorry, not that. These 2 bolts hold on. There's a bracket that holds a bunch of wiring connector harnesses. You gotta undo those so you can push that out of the way to get this whole thing off, okay guys? So if we come over here, I don't even know where the manifold is at this. Oh, I put it back here, sorry. Come back here, here's the skunk too. It's used, but it's nice, clean. It's already got the extender. Here's the stock manifold. And you can just see, like, this thing is, like, this comes up all weird, and this creates a lot of issues. And see, you can see how in the aftermarket one they tuck it in that way more. So this comes in instead of bubbling out and over. So if you're at the side angle, you see how tight this is? This one on the stock one comes like bubbles up and then down. You can clearly see it. Look at that. That's dumb. That's not necessary. So getting this one in shouldn't be too bad. I know that it's all one piece, so that's gonna be a little difficult. You're gonna just have to jimmy it, work with it, but yeah, so I believe since I have Flash Pro, this one will stay plugged, and or something like that. So I got to figure that out. I know one of them like kind of tricks the other system, and then you got to take this one out, put your stock one in there, and then turn off the second one or something like that with Honda. But we'll figure that out, and I'll go over that. But yeah, that's where we sit right now. There's the heat shield that's off. You got to get that off. That will not go back on. That will not go back on. Stock junk. I'll never put that back on. Other than that, this is what it looks like down in there, if you guys can see. So that's where the manifold goes, right on there. So that's where it goes, right in there, right across here, and then it'll go straight down into the hole. You can see the hole that I've made down there, right there. So that is the electrical plug connector. It's hard to see, and then there's a shield that goes over the axle. Took that off. That's over there. So all right guys, we'll be back just a minute, get this thing slapped back on, and we're gonna get the rest of it done, the spark plugs and all that stuff. So all right guys, we're gonna get going on the spark plugs here. We're gonna need our 10 mil and a couple other things to get these off. So basically, I've already pre-done all this, as you saw. Take all the stuff out of the way, got the cover off here, and basically all you got to do is you have 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts to take out. Unplug each coil pack, lay your coil packs in line so you don't forget what cylinder they go to. And then after you get all 4 out, you take spark plugs out. And for me, I got the OEM spec, the laser iridiums. I heard these are the OE style, and they last a pretty long time. And I'm not joking you, I don't think these have ever been changed. I bought this car with 120,000 miles. It's got almost 180 now. The motor's still running great. Everything's running great, but it seems a little slow, a little sluggish. Obviously the high mileage has something to do with that, but other than that, we're gonna get her all tuned up. Fresh oil change, because she needs that, and I know that always is helpful. And spark plugs, we're gonna put the header, retune it, we're gonna get a full e-tune, all kinds of good stuff. So this thing's gonna be running probably the best that it ever has. I've been just running the stock tune from Honda, which we all know is a little iffy, but it works. So, but yeah, I want good air to fuel ratios. I want everything to be safe, and I'm not looking for crazy horsepower numbers. I want reliability, but fun. So, all right, let's jump right into getting the spark plugs off. Let's go. All right guys, got the spark plugs swapped out. Well, I got them pulled out, and they're right up against the, doing a comparison. So look at that. Look at this. You guys can see that. Lots of burn around the porcelain, and the tips are just corroded, worn. I have absolutely zero oil in any of my spark plugs, so there's a little buildup, but I mean, look at that. Gross. Wish it would focus better, but yeah, all of them have the burn, and these were NGKRs in here, so, but I mean, look at news compared to olds. Look at that. So let's get these bad boys slapped in there. We'll wipe the valve cover inside down, get these all tidied back up, and put the coils back in, and then we're gonna do an oil change, and then that might do it for now. We'll see how much time we have. Still got to change the oil in the wife's car. Just got a lot of car stuff going on today, guys. Just real busy. Been neglecting everything. I've been working. We got the house, we got the shop, all kinds of stuff. So I had to take a day off. I just worked a bunch, took a day off doing all this stuff. So do it when you can do it. All right, let's get these spark plugs swapped out. Come on. Alright, spark plugs are all done, buttoned up, as you can see. Got them all back on, covers on, wiped the valve cover down a little bit underneath. I'm gonna do engine degreaser on all this stuff, which will cherry that up. And yeah, that'll probably do it for this video, honestly. Got the exhaust off. The next video we'll probably do a new header going on with the tune and driving. So we'll probably cut that there and put that into one video. But yeah, guys, appreciate you tuning in and watching and everything. I appreciate the support, guys. Honestly, it means a lot to me. So I'm gonna do the oil change, nothing exciting there, and get her all buttoned up, and that's the next video. We'll continue. We'll install the header and do the tune, the reflash, and then we're gonna send it down to Turbo Joe and get e-tuned, and then get that map back, and then run that and compare it. So we'll compare it to the base map, the Skunk 2 intake header and exhaust map that comes on Flash Pro versus his e-tune, and I think it's going to be far superior. The car's going to run much better, especially with fresh oil change, and I'm going to get it tuned with fresh oil change, spark plugs, all this good stuff done to it. All right, guys, so yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Until next time, appreciate everybody watching. Hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. Don't miss out on the upcoming videos. It's gonna be continuous and keep it going. And racing season is coming real quick, couple months away. After I get all this stuff buttoned up, my girl's sitting right over there. There she is, the EG. Got a few things to do on that, and we're gonna knock them all out. All right, guys, till next time, peace.